Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's your resident Black Spider-Man, Karabam Lili, and on the precipice, on the penultimate, on the final lap for my Formula One fans, the final penalty kick. You know, the last dance of 2024, the penultimate day. Happy New Year's Eve. This is quite a interesting episode. I think I've been wanting to do for some time, and I must say that the concept of this is not an original. I see a lot of creators, particularly in the sports field, funny enough, do content like this, where they do one episode that is not related to football or not related to their sports channel or their photography channel, and then they do one episode which is very much just a check-in, and that's what this is. And I hope with me setting a reminder in my phone to do a check-in episode at the end of the year, this is meant to be an episode for all of you listening, and for myself, mostly for me, to have you guys kind of keep me accountable in a sense, but also just for me to reflect a bit. As you're listening to this, I'm in Cape Town, house sitting for some really good friends of mine. You may think that that's just, as good as life gets, man. Living, staying in southern suburbs right now, beautiful mountains, all that kind of stuff, great weather. But I'm kind of in a space where I'm pretty much, and this is probably to alarm a lot of people who may be listening, but pretty much in a really weird headspace. Can't say I'm the happiest I've been. Can't say I'm the saddest I've been. I've been pretty neutral this year. It's been an interesting year. Whenever people ask, how the year's been, I often just tell them, I can't complain, and that's genuinely the truth. But at the same time, it's really just because this year has really kind of rocked me in terms of me taking steps for my future that are still very unknown. Being in environments that weren't the best for my overall mental health, but had to stick it through because we have to get money in the bank accounts. We have to pay for things. We have dependents and people that rely on us, and on one hand I'm just I'm feeling grateful, sure, but at the same time I'm quite nervous. This is one of those periods in my life where I don't really know what's 2025 is going to bring. I don't really know what the future is gonna behold. I'm very much in a space where I'm quite just quite nervous, but at the same time, I guess also feeling like things could be worse. I mean, that really is the truth. Definitely feel like things are pretty much in a good space. I really can't complain. But yeah, and to my earlier statement, I'm in a space now, in a crossroads now. Shout out to Cody Rhodes, where I, and forgive me, I'm really just freestyling this whole thing. Not that I ever script my episodes, but this is as freestyly as it gets. You're really just hearing my raw emotions right now. And what's interesting about me being able to do this is I definitely feel like this has been a year where I don't think I've been the greatest friend to a lot of people. I often pride myself in being able to just check in with all my friends. I often get told, and this is not to brag or anything like that, but I'm often told, like, I have a knack for being really intentional. And as much as I love the compliment, and I do try, this year in particular, I feel like I haven't been as intentional as I could have been for a lot of people. I definitely feel like I've struggled in my own capacity in a very quiet way. So as I'm saying this, I've not said this to anyone in my life, like literally. And there's a part of me that feels like I should have. But there's also a part of me that's like, there's certain things that I feel comfortable only dealing with alone. And that's what's nice about now being in Cape Town, being alone and in the solitude, where I can reflect a bit and really just think about what I want in my life and what scares me and what's got me nervous and things that I feel like I should share with people and what I shouldn't share. I even tried therapy this year. That was not for the first time, but I did therapy again, I should say. And even that, I just recall that session not really helping at all. I'm not someone who needs to hear what I'm not the please comfort me guy. I'm the tell me that I'm being an idiot, tell me that I'm wrong for the way I'm thinking. I was, at the time, I was feeling like, and I still feel like this, the way I feel like the world has really dealt me an unfair hand, and I've had to really craft my hardest to get to the point I'm at now. And even though on the surface things look amazing, I've had incredible jobs, I've done awesome things, but definitely not earning the salary I want to be earning. I'm definitely not, living in the places I want to be living in, or opportunities that I feel like I deserve, and opportunities that were like at the cusp of happening and then just slowly got taken away because of people's selfishness and meeting people who you thought were gonna be great people, and turns out they were horrible. Or just meeting amazing people and feeling like you're not appreciating them the way you should, which I often feel about everyone in my life. I have really close people in my life who, like I said, I feel like I haven't been the best of friend to them, whereas I've probably just enjoyed the fruits of them being amazing friends to me. And this is me just apologizing to everyone out there who I consider and who considers me a friend. I truly am sorry for, and you may not even feel like what I'm saying is even warranted, but just know, in my head, I feel like I've let you down in many ways. And this is not everyone, of course. This is just, in my head, just certain people who I feel like, I could have been a better friend. I could have made time to see them more. Instead of pursuing the busyness of because here's the thing about me, I kind of mask the way I'm feeling with busyness. So if I'm tremendously busy, just know that I'm in the absolute gutter emotionally, and I'm trying to hide it all with busyness just so I don't have to think about it. When I tell you that's the most unhealthiest way to live your life, and if you're anything like me, I pray that you stop, and I really hope that next year there's a real shift in my life, because I really don't want that to be my journey anymore. I don't want that to be my life. I am someone who really just wants to be happy, financially free, be able to travel the world, hang out with friends, and get married one day, all this incredible stuff. I want all of that. Have a family, start a family, I should say. Well, I suppose, yeah, the sentiment remains. But I really hope at some point in my life all of these things will be achieved. And if not, whatever God has planned for me, and I'm happy with that. But just know, I'm actively trying my best to pursue that lifestyle. I'm not necessarily the guy who's like, nah, whatever happens, whatever God has planned for me. No, I want these things. I really do. But I'm truly grateful for a lot of you guys here who, spend time, listening to things I make and listen to me and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I don't know really where I'd be without just great support in my life. So shout out to you all, man. Really appreciate it. And I really hope that me checking in with myself like this kind of gets you to also check in with people around you. Hope you are checking in with yourself, your friends, your family. Maybe take a moment to reflect a bit on the year and ask yourself, are you okay? And if you're not, what are the steps then to get to a place of feeling okay? And as cliche, and I know sometimes it's divisive, this statement where it's like it's okay to not be okay. Some people are like, that's a dumb statement, and others are like, nah, it's good. I've always been on the fence about it, because when you say that, you do kind of give yourself license to be in the gutter, and again, genuinely nothing wrong with that. But then at the same time, it's like sometimes it's good to just also be fine, and to not allow yourself to be like that, and just kind of find ways to step out of that feeling. But then at the same time, it's like, it really is okay to not be okay. Yeah, I guess this is me done. I'm done rambling. But like I said, take time in your lives to think about people around you. Really check in on people. Maybe may 2025 be the year that all of us really are intentional about, not just our lives, our walk, and our mental health, but people around us. I think society has really put a spotlight on self-mental preservation, and I love it. But then at the same time, it's like, with us just solely putting a spotlight on our lives, what about people around us? I often think, with my walk with God, I've really just learned so much that a life with Jesus really has nothing to do with you on a personal level, but it has everything to do with God, and has everything to do with people. Yes, there's moments where your personal walk with God is the focus, when you drift off a bit, or you feel like your personal walk isn't great, but fundamentally, and God is so clear about what's important. It's loving Him with all our heart and might and strength, but then loving people and loving them, loving others and our neighbors like ourselves. And if we love ourselves so highly that we are prepared to make sure that we have a roof over our heads, and we have a job, and prepared to go over and beyond for ourselves, which isn't a bad thing, because we need to eat, we need to survive. Where's that level of effort for others? Are we willing to go that extra mile for others? And that's fundamentally what God always kind of comes back to. Whether or not you believe that is another thing. That's a conversation you and God need to have, because that's what I read in the Bible, and that's what I feel is what's important to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I doubt it, but maybe I am. But shout out to you all, man. I appreciate you all. Appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to be doing these check-ins hopefully regularly, maybe just once a year. Maybe more than once in a year. But yeah, I love this concept. It's really fun. And I really dig being able to think like this and just kind of talk out loud. Hope you guys enjoy the last day of the year. If you're listening to this in 2025, I pray that 2025 is an amazing year for you and your family. I won't say this is your year or anything like that, because 2024 was a bit of a rough one for a lot of people. So I just hope that 2025 is a decent year at the very least. I hope you get that job opportunity. Hope you get into that uni. Hope you make the team. Hope you reach that goal weight. Hope you run that marathon. Hope you start that new hobby. Hope you start that new page. Hope you start cooking. Hope you meet that person. Hope you break up with that person. Who knows? Whatever it is, I'm cheering you guys on. And yeah, man, feel free to reach out. I'm nothing if not someone who's approachable. I'm always a DM away. I'm not necessarily open to every single coffee. I keep my circle really tight when it comes to those kind of things. But if you ever just want to pour out your heart in a long message or a long voice note, need someone to listen and maybe offer some perspective, y'all know my Instagram. Pop me a DM, man. If you have my number, shoot me a message. Or give me a heads up before you call me, because, sometimes the boy is busy, But shout out. I really do hope it's a good year. And yeah, just wanted to check in on myself, but on you guys. It's your resident Black Spider-Man. Hopefully this year is a better year for content. I'm sure it will be. But if not, I'm not going to beat myself up. I tried. But yeah, appreciate everyone. And God bless you all, man. It's love. Peace out.